Hi, how are you? It is Tuesday, February 3rd, and again, my name is Bruce, and I'm the moderator of the 218th General Assembly. It's been a while since I posted anything on my blog. After inauguration festivities, was traveling a little bit, got fairly sick, and have been trying to rest. But wanted to update you on the task force appointments that I was tasked with making after the 218th General Assembly. Tomorrow I will begin to roll those out. Hopefully by the end of this week, all but the youth task force will be named. That includes the ones that I'm solely responsible for, as well as the two that I was charged with choosing along with previous moderators Joan Gray and Rick Ufford Chase. Before I announce those tomorrow, I'll roll one out tomorrow and then hopefully some more throughout the rest of this week. I wanted to just give an opportunity for a little bit of reflection on the process and a few thoughts, as I know there's going to be a lot of commentary about the choices I have made, as well as upon the work that they will do. First, let me say that we all, regardless of what you believe and where you stand on particular issues that will be dealt with, we all owe our deepest gratitude to those who have accepted this calling, the privilege and the responsibility of serving on task forces and study groups at the General Assembly level of our denomination. Folks know that it is a highly scrutinized place to serve. There's no reason one would want to, other than folks who have been chosen, I believe, have a deep commitment to the church, have a deep love for Christ, and are seeking and yearning for a way to be church in new and discerning ways. I think that is an exciting thing that we all owe our gratitude. So thank you for those of you that accepted this call to serve over the next year and a half. I want to say a few words about the process. I know that this has taken much longer than I would have thought or hoped it to take. I do wish that it had taken a little bit longer or a little bit shorter of a time, but it is what it is. I take some responsibility in not being able to get this done as quickly as possible, as well as some issues at General Assembly level of just being able to staff and organize me in the midst of all of this. So no one's to blame, other than I wish it would have been done faster. And should the 219th General Assembly give as many appointments to the next moderator, there will be quite a bit of learning that I've gone through that will help the next person. With that, how this kind of worked is I had put together slates and I made an open invitation for people to submit names, promising to select people that I believed could bring both passion and thought and intellect and experience and foresight and vision, not asking too much of anyone, to the process. So there are going to be people on here that many of you have never heard of. I think there will be folks who have shown themselves to be faithful people of God in this church, and I think will give new voices to the ways we engage in discernment as a denomination. There'll also be some people that you all know. If you want to call them players in traditional denominational politics, call them what you will, but there are folks who are deeply committed to some strong theological positions in our church, and I think that that's an important voice to have. Above all, I've asked people who I believe, and those are from personal, knowing folks personally, as well as trusting references and recommendations of others. I believe at the center of their faith is a deep commitment to Christ, and where that may lead us, we don't know. And that is why we've asked people to come together and discern the will of God and the mind of Christ. So with that, there were some selection constraints, and I think one of the reasons it took so long is we want to make sure that we represent a variety of places and perspectives in the church, and that goes from General Assembly mandated rules around synod representation to who can serve on confessional committees, and you have to be just a member, an elder, clergy, a lot of things that I was unaware of. But I think while it could seem really constraining, it's helpful because so much power is placed in one person's control that I think it is important for the larger body to have discerned ways that we ensure excuse me, ways that we ensure that folks are represented and the voices are heard. Undoubtedly, folks will be left out, and I apologize for that. It is difficult to be as diverse as we would hope to be. I am not a person who places anybody simply because they fit a box, but if they happen to provide some perspectives that others don't and are qualified in all regards, I think that's an important role that is placed upon our churches. And that's theological, it's geographic, it's all those things that make us unique and complex. Excuse me again. So tomorrow you will start to roll out, I believe tomorrow afternoon, I will roll out the Marriage and Civil Union Task Force list, and then as we let folks know their final decisions, we will roll out the rest of them through this week. Again, I appreciate people's continued encouragement, some folks continuing to let me know what they think about the process and who have not been selected and contacted. I know it's easy to say that there are folks who were asked and did say no, and we appreciate their great discernment. But again, the folks who have been selected, we owe them our deepest gratitude, for these are folks who for the next year and a half will be sacrificing of their time and their energy and their passion, as well as their families and their churches and ministry sites and workplaces, to hopefully discern where we may go in a lot of different areas in our church. So it has been long overdue. I appreciate people's patience, and over the next week or so, you will begin to hear more about the appointments from the 218th General Assembly. Again, thank you for your time, and if you have any questions, please feel free to leave comments here, and I will try to respond as appropriate. Till then, peace be with you.